Hello Libra, this is Joe and this is for Libra singles for June 2020. I just did your reading and I just recorded it and we're going to roll it in a minute. You have some soulmate energy coming into your life in June or right about the end of June, and you have judgment, so you have awoken to yourself spiritually, and you have the moon twice. What is that about? Why are you having the moon show up twice in your reading? Well, stick around and find out, and be sure to stick around to the end of the video and find out how to win a free 30-minute reading with me over Zoom one-on-one. So make sure you check that out at the very end. So let's go have a look at your reading for Libra singles. Well, hello Libra, this is Joe, and this is a reading for June 2020 for Libra singles. I'm going to do a little spread here, and we're going to clarify some of those cards if need be, and see what messages we get for Libra singles for June 2020. Now, this is an intuitive reading, so with that said, this reading will not resonate with everybody, and in fact, if we might find one reading will resonate and the others won't, and that is totally normal and okay. So anyway, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this video for a special message about how to win a one-on-one reading over Zoom with me. And it's very simple and easy to do, and I'll explain that at the end of the video. So we are going to do Libra singles for June 2020. And let's see what's going on with Libra. What is going on with Libra singles? What is going on? Alright. So normally I read all cards in upright, and I will read cards in reverse intuitively if I feel like they need to be read in reverse. So that is how I do my readings. And for what is on your mind, Temperance. What is on your heart, the Moon. Seven of Pentacles for what you need to know. Queen of Cups for recent past. And the Ace of Wands for what is coming towards you. So we are going to take a look here and see, Libra, what has been going on with you. So this is going to be for the month of June. If you're watching this at the end of May or the beginning of June or any time, you may be coming out of this energy of Queen of Cups. And to me, intuitively, the Queen of Cups is saying that you are learning to love yourself again. So if you have been through a time of trials and tribulation, a time where you may have been through a number of relationships over the past, or even just one or two, to where it took something from you emotionally, where it was maybe a negative relationship that has kind of chipped away at your soul. It has kind of told you that you were something that you are not. So any of the stuff that was negative, any of the stuff that was meant to break you down and not build you up, now I think that you have spent some time coming into your own, and you are learning to love yourself again. The Queen of Cups is someone who has an incredible amount of devotion to those that she loves around them, and this doesn't mean that this is about a female. You could be male. The Queen of Cups is just symbolic of the energy. It's symbolic of the space that you're in and the place that you have come from. It is symbolic in this reading of who you are at the time of this reading and where you have come from. So you have learned to love yourself and appreciate yourself. You've had to probably decondition your mind a bit, and explain to yourself and talk to yourself about your worth and your value. You may have been through some therapy or some counseling. You may have had friends or people through any type of faith or religious organizations, but somebody has helped you in the past get back to who you really truly are, down to a soul level. So you've learned to love yourself, and you've learned to appreciate yourself, and you've learned to decondition yourself from any sort of negativity. And so what this is doing is bringing it's bringing an energy field into your presence that is making you more magnetic and more attractive, and not attractive in the sense of looks, but attractive in the sense of energy and personality, and attractive intellectually as well. So that is the energy of the past, or coming out of May, going into June. That is the persona you are carrying. So now, what is on your mind? Okay, so on your mind is temperance, and temperance can be about a number of things. Temperance to me, though, here is about unfinished business sometimes, but I think temperance here is also about believing that in time, with moderation, that you will begin to realize and see that what it is you want, what you're trying to attract, is going to come your way. So you very much know that you've done a great deal of work, and I think that maybe you don't realize how much you actually have grown. So on your mind is this sense of waiting and being patient and holding on to what you believe is the truth, what you believe is your value and your worth. And so you're willing to wait patiently for the right one, and not just for anyone. So I think this is actually quite nice. On your heart is the moon, and to me, the moon in this, again, I read cards intuitively first. So the first thing I get out of the moon is this feeling of duality, and you recognizing that duality in your life, where you have had times of prosperity and abundance and times of lack. You have times of happiness and celebration, and times of that weren't so good, that were very hard. And so there's this kind of yin-yang feeling. And I think that on your heart, you are really having a realization of the cycles in your life, and you are starting to see a pattern. You are starting to trust your inner knowing, your inner guidance. I think that many of you have been through a period of time in life where you wish you had trusted your intuition. You wish you would have trusted your own internal guidance. And I think that you are really relying on yourself to lead the way from now on. That maybe you aren't going to just lead from your heart or your mind, but you're really going to lead from your intuition, Libra. And so what you need to know here, and maybe something, represents your shadow side, your shadow aspect, the things that you maybe fear, the things that you need to know, the things that you want the most, or the subconscious things that are kind of driving you behind the scenes. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about waiting for things that you have been thinking about, hoping for, and working toward, to grow into something, to be able to, sometimes it could be referred to as waiting for your harvest, or picking that fruit from the tree. And so this is all about your personal growth. And I think, Libra, sometimes you doubt your personal growth and your self-worth, and you still probably struggle with that very much. But you also might have a sense of impatience, and so there's this balance here. So you have this inner knowing and this realization that you are being patient. You're patiently waiting for what is for your highest good, rather than just for anybody to come along And so you have this element of patience, and then there's this in the back of your mind, your subconscious, you have a little bit of anxiety over the whole waiting game, the waiting period, the time that it's going to take for you to finally find somebody that is your soulmate, your partner, your life partner. And so there's this bit of anxiety, and maybe sometimes some fear and some doubt about that happening for you. Now, I do want to say right here on the bottom of the deck is the Hermit. And the Hermit is all about going inward and self-discovery, self-illumination. So Libra, I think that you've done a lot of work to get to where you are now, and now you have the Ace of Wands. So in the month of June going into July, you are carrying a passion with you. You have cups and you have fire, and so this is a great combination. You know what you want and you know who you want. You just haven't met them yet. For most of you, some of you, you may have already met this person, and it is somebody that maybe you haven't really considered as a romantic partner, life partner, somebody that you'd want to be in a relationship with. And some of you, this is what's going to come your way eventually here. You have the Ace of Wands. So this is a new passionate beginning, a new start. And we're going to clarify some of these, but I do want to talk about the Ace of Wands for a minute before I clarify that for you. But the Ace of Wands is about creativity, and it is about passion and drive. It is about the drive for success, and it is sometimes can be about fertility. It could also be kind of not in this deck, I don't see it that way, but it could also be somewhat phallic, representing the male sexuality sometimes. But this is very much about passion and drive and creativity, and it is about fertility and wanting that family, that children, that home environment with a partner. So we're going to clarify the Ace of Wands, and we're going to see where you're going in the month of June. So Libra singles, this is actually very nice. It feels very zen and very balanced, and I don't think that I think for many of you, this is about you taking the time to heal yourself rather than to just be with somebody and not have a relationship that is fulfilling and balanced for you. So Ace of Wands, what do we have? The Moon. So we have the Moon twice. So we have two repeating cards here, Libra, and I think this is, to me, all about your knowing the truth. Deep down in your soul, you know the truth. You have something more than just people at your side, people that support you in your support system. You have a higher connection. And so you have the Hermit. So you have this self-illumination. And then you have the Moon here. And about, to me, the Moon really speaks to me in this reading about your own inner knowing. Really just trusting your internal belief that you are on the right path and that you are destined to meet the person that is meant for you, a true soulmate. And we may have many soulmates in a lifetime. And I think that you have kind of finally got to the place that you know you are ready. You've done the work, you've done a great deal of healing, and you believe in this idea that your soulmate is still out there waiting for you, and you are pursuing that and following that, I think, very much. So the Moon, I really just feel like, and we did talk about creativity, and sometimes the Moon is about creativity. The Moon could also be about delusions and not seeing things clearly, but not at all in this. This is about trusting and believing in your own internal knowing, in your heart and your soul and your mind. You feel it and you know it. So follow that path, Libra. You do have that energy of the Moon guiding you. Look at this. And that just fell right out, Two of Cups. And I talked about soulmates. That's the soulmate card. That is amazing. I think this is a beautiful reading, Libra, and you do have that coming toward you in the month of June. I really do feel that. It might not happen in June. It could be more toward July. I feel like this is a little bit later, but you are attracting that into your life, and what you are attracting is going to be much more like who you are and who you want in your life. So we're going to pull maybe one more card about the Seven of Pentacles, because I feel like I got a pretty good feeling for this, for these cards here, and I don't feel like I need to explore too deeply, because they do tell quite a bit the way they are. Now don't forget to stick around at the end of the video to find out how to win a free reading over Zoom with me. It's a half-hour video reading, one-on-one. So stick around here to the end and we'll talk about that. Judgment. Seven of Pentacles. So, oh, Judgment. I think that this is something that you have. I do feel like this judgment can often be about making a decision or making a choice, but I don't think that this is what this is about. I think this is about that higher connection you have to the divine, to spirit, to God, the Creator. I think this is about being divinely guided and being assisted from, you know, the heavenly realms, from above, from your angels. And so I just feel like when you maybe perhaps get a little anxiety and a little worry and some doubt about your growth and where you are at and why it feels like maybe you're not producing that fruit, that partnership, somebody coming into your life, I feel like this is really saying to you that you are on the right path, and that is something that you have to trust, that you have that higher connection, the connection with your higher self, that connection with God, the Creator, Spirit, and the angels, and they're very much present in your life. And you may know that and see that because you probably have experienced some synchronicities very much. And I think that those synchronicities, excuse me, could very much be in the form of numbers. You might see a lot of, to me, the numbers 222 or 333. You might be seeing specifically those numbers quite a bit. And I think that that is really a sign from above that you are divinely guided and you are cared for, and you are to trust in the process, to trust in your belief, in your faith, to carry along the way, trust in your intuition. You know, judgment, like I said, can often be about making decisions, but I don't think that this is about that. I think this is about the whole awakening and waking up to yourself, and waking up to spirituality, and waking up to the fullness of yourself. And you have the Two of Cups, which is the soulmate card. So I think this is great. I think you have a great reading. I think that you've done a great deal of work, Libra. So with that said, if you want to have an opportunity to win a free reading with me, it's a half-hour video reading on Zoom. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel and leave a comment in the video saying subscribed. Just let me know that you have subscribed. All you must do is just remain subscribed for the period of the contest. You may unsubscribe afterwards if you wish. And you could check out the description. It has all the information in there about all the rules and all the legal disclaimers and all that kind of stuff. But this will be something that I will be doing for probably over the next 10 or 15 days, and so you have an excellent chance of winning that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and comment subscribe, and I will include you in the drawing. Alright, Libra, let's see if we can get one more here. Why? So you may have asked yourself, many, many times. And I feel like this goes with the Seven of Pentacles and your shadow self here. You may have asked yourself why you've had to endure some of the things you've had to endure. You may have come to the conclusion that the why doesn't matter. The why, where you came from, why things happen, didn't matter. This is pointing to you to not dwell on the past, and to stop, if you are doing that, if you stop asking why, and to really just turn that thinking around. Instead of saying I will believe it when I see it, but to really say I will see it when I believe it. So it's time to go. It's time to leave this. I feel like these go together. Time to go is about leaving the past behind you, and the why is about no longer questioning what's happened in your past, and knowing that you are being assisted from above. This judgment to me is about the awakening. It's about the spiritual awakening. It's about awakening to yourself. It's too many, so we don't want that. And I'm going to pull one of these for you, Libra. These cards are so big, they're a bit hard to shuffle. Earth. Nurture nature. So get outside, ground yourself, plant a garden, plant some flowers or a plant, tend to something and nurture something outside of yourself. And watch it grow, and inside you something else will grow. So I feel like this is a call to put your focus on the outside surroundings, your outside environment, to connect. Go for a walk barefoot. Go sit in a quiet place outside, meditate, reflect, and just connect to everything around you, and you'll probably find some of the answers that you are looking for. So I'm going to wrap this up because this went a little bit longer than I had planned. So don't forget, comment, subscribe in this video, and subscribe to the channel, and let me know that you subscribed, and I will include you in the drawing for a free reading. So with that, I'm going to say have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you again soon.